This is Pat Lee, and you're listening to Math World. Now, here's a question. Can you guess how the human hand, the petals of certain kinds of flowers, and even some famous paintings could be related mathematically? Well, if you have no idea, our question of the day from listener Lucy Warwick in Rhode Island will help you. Miss Warwick asks, I've heard a lot about the Fibonacci sequence lately. What exactly is it? For an answer, we contact a professor of mathematics, Dr. James Quist. Hello, Dr. Quist. Can you tell us a little about the Fibonacci sequence to answer Miss Warwick's question? Well, that's a great question, especially since the sequence is routed in so many forms and many people have no idea about it. It's really very intriguing once you're aware of it. First, what the sequence is. It's a series of numbers, and in the sequence, each number is the sum of the preceding two numbers. In other words, you add two numbers together to get the next one. Let's look at the start of it. The numbers are 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. So, if we add the first two numbers, 1 and 1, we get 2, which is the third number. Then 1 and 2 equal 3, which is the fourth number. Then 2 and 3 equal 5, which is the fifth number, and so it continues. So let's see. Each number is the sum of the previous two numbers. And the sequence can just go on and on? Yes, that's right. And what's so amazing about this is that the sequence shows up routed in so many ways. It appears in the natural world. Natural forms tend to reproduce the sequence. For example, flowers, pine cones, seashells. Look at the petals on a flower. They are more likely to be 5 petals than 4. The spirals and the seashells also involve number from the sequence. It's not that easy to see as good flowers, but the measurements of the spiral and numbers of the sequence. Some people even mention the human hand when talking about the sequence. We have 2 hands. Each of these have 5 fingers, and each finger has 3 parts separated by 2 knuckles. All of these are numbers in the sequence. Maybe it's just a coincidence or maybe not. And not just in the natural world, it's also in the art world. It appears in a lot of art. Probably the most famous is in the work of Leonardo da Vinci. You see a lot of spirals in his painting, and spirals are the form most associated with the Fibonacci sequence. It also appears in music. One about species is based on this sequence in the way the musical patterns repeat. Now, it's not clear whether it is consciously or not. Interesting. Who discovered all this? It was discovered by a mathematician in Italy in the early 1200s. His name was Leonardo of Pisa. But he called himself Fibonacci because his father's name was Bonacci. Anyway, he wasn't extraordinary mathematicians. They actually introduced the decimal system to other mathematicians of the time. So mathematicians have known about the sequence for a long time. Yes. Now, your listener said that she's heard a lot lately about the Fibonacci sequence. It seems like interest in kind of comes and goes in popularity. Lately, it has been more popular. I think it's great. It's fascinating, and if you get people interested in math and numbers, then all the better. It is fascinating. Thank you so much, Dr. Quist. You're welcome.